Hola, namaste. Welcome back to Thrice the Moon. We're going to find out why your person is being hot and cold. You have two piles to choose from. Here's pile 1 and here's pile 2. Pile 1, let's see. How does your person feel about you? You have guest room and disruption here. Disruption of emotion. And then guest room echoes. I know that I'm better off on my own. I wish I never let you sleep in my bed. In my room. Been thinking about a way that I could take back the night I lost myself in you. I wish you would have slept in the guest room, because maybe I'd still feel alive without you. I'm pretty sure that all of this is my fault. I'm the one who kissed you first and took my clothes off. So this could be a situationship. This could be, and if this doesn't sound like it resonates with you, just choose another pile. A situationship, or where your person was cheating on their significant other, or it was a breakup. You go through a cycle with your person and you break up and you come back together, and they're sitting in emotion of regret right now. So let's get into a little bit more of what's going on here. What triggers them to be hot? You have the Bard, music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. So what triggers them to be hot? It's like music here. Serenading. And then you have any given day, savior. Put your wings around me, hold my pieces together. Through the darkest days to the end of time, save me from falling. Save me from eternal darkness that is creeping slowly from heart to feet. Hear me through the oppressive silence that cease my voice and let me bleed. You lead me through the eternal darkness. Guide me the way, you're my savior. So what causes them to be hot is your person really feels connected to you. Like you have a telepathic relationship here. Like you understand them without them having to speak, where it says, hear me through the oppressive silence. You're my savior. They feel like you're able to help guide them through this life. They feel like they are very blessed to have you because you saved them. Maybe they've even had some sort of addiction to something and you help guide them through that. Let's find out what triggers them to be cold. Perception, and you're the perfect drug. I just said addiction. So the perception triggers them to be cold. Maybe they don't feel good enough. They don't feel like you even like them, sometimes they're thinking. So the perfect drug, 9 Inch Nails, is the song that we're going to look into of what triggers them to be cold. I've got my head, but my head is unraveling. Can't keep control, can't keep track of where it's traveling. I've got my heart, but my heart is no good. And you're the only one that's understood. I come along, but I don't know where you're taking me. I shouldn't go, but you're wrenching, dragging, shaking me. Turn off the sun, pull the stars from the sky. The more I give to you, the more I die. And I want you. So yeah, this is a very addictive relationship. What causes them to be cold is their mind. Their mind is playing tricks on them. It's telling them, oh, they don't want you. You're not good enough for them. Like their mind is just playing them. It's fucking with them. That's what I want to say. Their mind is just really messing with them because I've got my head, but my head is unraveling. Their head is unraveling with the thoughts here. And even though this feels good with the savior energy and they love that, they feel like it's too good to be true. And it's causing this disruption here. So let's see why they're acting this way. And then you have rebirth, birth, and daylily. Let's see. They're acting this way because it's a start over. It's like a restart. So this looks like fall, when the leaves fall off the tree and they're dying. This is the rebirth. So we don't appreciate the leaves on the tree. Like I'm looking at, like right now, I'm looking outside and there's so many leaves on this tree and it's blocking the view. There's a pond and it's blocking it and we don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it because I'm like, move, I want to see the pond, right? Until the fall comes, and sometimes it's still hot in the fall, but all the leaves have fallen off. And now I want those green leaves, that shade, to keep me out of the sun. So it's like, why are they acting this way? They're not appreciating you. You know what I'm saying? There's this rebirth here, this cycle, but they're not appreciating you. And this is why they're acting this way. So you have daylily movements. Outside for the first time in a long time. You said you can't remember what it's like to feel more than cold. See what I'm saying? It's like, once the leaves fall, I almost forget what it was like to have the greenery, the you know, because I'm used to now there's bare, you know, there's no leaves on the tree. And then once the leaves come, I forget what it's like for them to fall. Like, it's just like this cycle of back and forth, not appreciating, not appreciating. So outside for the first time in a long time. And this could be like I said, like a restart, a new relationship. Maybe they've had bad relationships in the past. And that's why their brain is telling them over and over again, like, this is too good to be true, because I've got my heart, but my heart is no good. And then right here, save me from eternal darkness that's creeping slowly from heart to feet. So eternal darkness, they feel like they are always going to be alone. Like nothing works in their life. Like these relationships just don't work. And this looks like the fall too, but it's like fall here, but then you do have some shade. But the sunrise will come out again and you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. I think it's time you had a pink cloud summer because you've gone too long without a smile. I think it's time you found another reason to stay for a while. You should stay for a while. And they're acting this way. It's just, they want you to stay, but something really pushes them away here. They keep being pushed away. This is like a disturbance. This could be like some imbalance, maybe in their brain. Yeah, they don't feel like, let's see here. They don't feel like they're supposed to have this love. And I'm keep knocking this, sorry. They don't feel like they're supposed to have this love, because how can this be healed? You have Steven Tyler, love is your name. Send your kisses my way, bring your sweetheart to me. I've been waiting for so long. Tell me your stories, leave some open for me. Write your name into this song. I walk through the fire, I run through the rain. I'll wait for forever if love is your name. But then you have restriction. So it's like they want this love, but they feel blocked. I don't know if you blocked them or what, but they feel like they're not supposed to have good things here. It's like, save me from eternal darkness. I'm getting like a person with depression. I'm getting a person with depression who just doesn't feel like they're lovable. And how can this be healed? They need to have faith. They really just need to have faith that everything will work out. Because you are the perfect drug here. But their perception is just like very distorted. It's very disrupted. Their emotions are imbalanced here. We have, like I said, it looks like fall. and then there's greenery. So there's this cycle that keeps happening, and they're not seeing through it. They're not seeing their way. It's like you look here, and you don't know what's down there. You don't know what's down there, and they're afraid to explore. They're afraid to go further. What if a bear comes out? What if some animal attacks me or something like that? And they feel like there's always something lurking. There's always something that could be hiding to take away the adventure. Because these are adventures. We're going down here. We don't know what this path, where it'll lead us, where it'll take us, but they're afraid to keep moving forward. They're not moving forward. Let's see. They want you to stay, but they're just so afraid here. You'll be just fine. And maybe you should reassure them that they'll be just fine with the daylily and have faith. You'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. Savior, the perfect drug. Guest room. The guest room feels like you're not invited to like the regular bedroom. So there's some type of underlying behavior with that. So like I said, it could be like a situationship, or it could be like third party where you're seeing someone who's in another relationship here. But this person wants to be with you, but they're afraid because they've been through divorce or something like that before, and they're really afraid to take that leap again because their perception is distorted. They don't know what's down there. There could be a beautiful castle by the end of this, but they don't know. They just feel like restricted, like this road I shouldn't take, this dirt road, why isn't it paved? Like they're just looking for things. They're just looking for anything with the rocks here. They're just looking for an excuse of why it won't work when they know that it will. And I got heartbroken because I feel like in the past they didn't have a stable relationship, and they've ended up in heartbreak after heartbreak because the relationships weren't stable. So it could be with you or it could be with someone else, but those relationships just were not stable. So that's why they're so afraid to take this leap, and then they move hot and cold. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say to you. Community keeps trying to pop out. Community. Yeah, they could have been in a marriage, an unstable marriage, or a long-term relationship where it just didn't work out. But they feel it. They feel your energy. They really do. But they just need to have faith and take that leap of faith to keep walking, to keep going, to keep moving forward. They'll be coming back with an offer for you so that you can have your happy family with them. But they'll be coming back. They will. And they have an offer for you. So I hope that clears this up to why they're hot and cold. Just keep being the motivation that they need. Tell them to have faith. Tell them they'll be just fine. You've gone too long without a smile, and you're that reason for them to smile. So just keep smiling and just keep being strong. I hope that helps. Thank you, Pot 1. Okay, Pile 2. Let's see why your person is being hot and cold. So first we're going to look into how your person feels about you. You have Wicked Games, Kiana Letty. I think that's her name. I don't know. You love to be a troublemaker, leaving now and fuck me later. It's always later. And I let you come back because sticking around is in my nature. And tolerating bad behavior. You know that I do that. You know that I love to do that. You know my weaknesses. So how does your person feel about you? I'm going to say this very gently, right? Your person knows that they can do whatever they want to you. And this relationship is protected because you'll always come back. So that's as gentle as I can say it, because it's later, and I let you come back because sticking around is in my nature. And tolerating bad behavior, like, you tolerate this, so they feel protected, as if I can just do whatever I want. Pile 2 is always going to be there. It doesn't matter. I can just have my fun, have my cake, and eat it too, and they're going to come back. You know that you love that I do that. You know my weaknesses. So they know you, and they just know, no, Pile 2 is not going anywhere. I can just do whatever I want. So how does your person feel about you? They're taking advantage of you. They're taking advantage of your sweet, kind nature, your forgiving nature. And yeah, it's like they apologize, they beg, they say they're sorry, but they're gonna do it again because they know that you'll stay. Hot and cold. Okay. So what's triggering them to be hot? You're very honest. You have here truth, and then the pierces, you'll be mine. So what triggers them to be hot? The fact that you're always there. The fact that you're always there for them is just like, it just gives them a rush. You know, and it's almost like a challenge of when you try to leave them. Hot and cold. If this doesn't sound like you, then this is not your pal. But when you try to leave them and they get you back, that gives them a rush. Like, oh, I did it. It's like a challenge. Like, oh, you know, they, in the back of their mind, they're like, oh, it's going to happen this time. It's going to be over. And then they regret, and then they feel bad, but they like this challenge of getting you back. So that makes them hot. Prick your finger on the spinning wheel, but don't make a sound. A drop of blood, and now you're taken for all time. With a kiss, you will awaken, and you'll be mine. So they feel like you're under their spell. You're like under the bridge, like you're there, you're under their spell, and you're so honest and you're so truthful, and they just really love the fact that you will be theirs no matter what, through it all. You hold them down no matter what. So what triggers them to be cold? You have the frog with cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. What triggers them to be cold? They don't like talking about how they feel. They don't like letting go, releasing emotional baggage. So maybe sometimes when you get too emotional, it makes them cold. It makes them feel like a piece of shit. Because I have here Phenon by Jodeci. Hit me, all the chronic in the world couldn't even mess with you. You're the ultimate high. Take my money, my house, and my cars. For one hit of you, you can have it all. Because making love every time we do, it's worse than drugs. Because I'm an addict of you. And you know that. I can't leave you alone. You got me feeling. What makes them cold? They really don't like talking about this emotion. And they're kind of, I want to say, like, because fiending is like they're addicted to not speak their emotion, because that's how they grew up. That's just how it was for them. So, you know, they stick to that, but they cannot leave you alone. You'll be mine. You know, like it's that reassuring energy here for you that they're just really into you. So this one is, why are they acting this way? You have Bring Me the Horizon, Doomed. So come rain on my parade because I want to feel it. Come shove me over the edge because my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. And now there's no way back. Why are they acting this way? And then you have creative projects here, but I see this spider creating a web, a trap. I'm thinking, because you have what makes them hot, I'm thinking they like to do this. They like to do this game with you because when you come back to them, the relationship feels like better, more hot, more passionate. So it's like this cycle, this addiction for them, this, like this stimulates them. So it's like, oh, I can have my cake and I can eat it. So their cake may be whatever it is that they're doing, whether they're with someone else or whatever, and then you get mad at it and then you want to leave. But when you come back together, it's more passionate because almost you feel like you have to compete with whatever it is that they have going on, this creative project. And they don't realize like this is hurting you over and over and over again. Like this is hurting you, but the fact that you have to feel like second best and then you have to compete, that energy drives you, and they like that energy, but they don't realize like, no, you don't need to be in this energy. You need to feel comfortable and safe. But the energy when you come back into this relationship is what drives them. It's like, oh, I think we're doomed. It's not happening again. But then they leave a trap, they spin a web, and you come back. And then it's like a venom. But the venom is just like, it's poisonous to you. It's very poisonous to you and your mentality. But it seems like you're gonna keep going back to them, but they know that they're doing this. They like playing these wicked games with you. They really enjoy this. So let's see what can heal. How can this be healed? We're in this together. 9 Inch Nails, risk. And then take your mask off. So it can be healed once you, them, they, whomever learns to be themselves, learns to just give me this emotion here. Let it out. That's how it can be healed. Because this risk here, I don't know what kind of relationship this is. I don't know, maybe y'all are into something kinky, but where it's this back and forth kind of thing, and it's like the very toxic, but you wouldn't enjoy it low key. But it's going to be healed when you both can face that this is no good anymore. Like we can't keep doing this. We have to find a different, healthier version of this back and forth. So you have you and me, we're in this together. None of them can stop us now. We will make it through somehow, you and me. If the world should break in two, until the very end of me, until the very end of you. So this feels like Romeo and Juliet. You know how they like killed each other at the end? Like it just feels like that passionate where it's scary. It scares me a little bit. It really does. But once you learn to release this emotional baggage, both of you, because it's feeling like both of you, because you keep going back and they keep doing it. So it's almost like this is what you like, right? But once that emotional baggage, whether it's from childhood, past relationships, wherever this is from, once that's worked out, with the ballet slippers, you know how ballet dancers are so graceful? You will gracefully go through the rest of your life with this person and then, you know, be together. Maybe this is, I don't know, this feels like a wedding too. Her dress is very beautiful. I've never seen a ballet dancer dressed like this. This is like over the top here. But, you know, maybe this is when you can have your wedding. Like, let's hide the ballet. And then this is like some arch of a wedding. It's very beautiful. But once you're able to release and open up that and find a healthier way, find a healthier way to be in this relationship without feeling trapped, like spinning a web and trapping you, because that's what they do. They spin this web and then the bugs get on it and then they eat them. The bugs can't get out of it. But it's like, that's how they eat. This is how they survive. This is how they live. So maybe you like feeling like the victim. Maybe that turns you on in a way. I don't know. I try not to get way too heavy into these because, I mean, there's so many, you know, like different energies that can be resonating with this message, but I'm going to pull more cards. Let's see what else it is that I need to know about this relationship. Blossoming abundance here. So that's eventually coming. Once you take a break and rest, you know, deep, heavy meditation of what is going on in the past. And maybe you two, this time apart, this hot and cold, is going to be very, very healthy for this relationship so that you can think about what's going on and how to solve it, because now you have the caring connection is here. So this journey away, this time apart, this separation is going to bring you back together. And hopefully in a healthy manner. Once this emotional baggage can be released, once they see, yeah, I'm not a good person, I need to stop, I need to change, because no matter what, pile 2 has stuck by me, they've held me down, I don't deserve them. Once they can feel that, this is gonna cause them to grow up. That's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like this is an immature person, very emotionally immature, and that's what they need to release, that immaturity of an imbalance of emotions. So once these games can stop, like, okay, we're getting older now, we can't be doing this. This is not cute at our big age, right? And they need to meditate on that. Once that happens, yep, you're in this together, and here you go, taking off your mask, being yourself. Maybe you've never really showed them who you are as well, like you've been hiding that, and you know, maybe they feel that, and it's just like that's why they can't like fully connect. But this toxicity has to end in order for this hot and cold to end as well. And I hope I have helped you. Please let me know in the comments down below what's going on. Thank you. Please subscribe. That would be great. It really helps me out a lot in the algorithm. So take care until next time.